Alright, so in this video we'll be doing an example from grade 11 Alberta Math Curriculum, and the unit is from Trigonometry. To the right of the screen is the contact information of the company. These videos are sponsored by Pioneer Tutoring and Career Services, and as you can see, the information is there. If you have any additional questions, you can feel free to give us a call. So the example we'll be going over today states the point 40 and -9 is on the terminal arm of an angle. What are the set of trigonometric ratios? So essentially the trig ratios are sine theta, cosine theta, and then tangent theta. Now from grade 10, you must have heard this acronym, which is called SOHCAHTOA, right? So SOHCAHTOA, it basically stands for sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, and finally tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So essentially what you'll have to do is you'll have to use these coordinate, you'll have to use this coordinate, plot it on the coordinate system, and then find the opposite length of the triangle, the hypotenuse one, and finally the adjacent one. And then once you have those figured out, you can plug them into the formula and get the ratios. So if I were to plot this point onto the coordinate system, my x is 40, right? So this is my x value and this is my y value. So x1 is 40, which is going to be somewhere around here, so right at this point. And then -9, obviously it's going to be downwards, so it's going to be somewhere along this point, right? So this is what my triangle is going to look like. Again, it's not a perfect line, but I hope you guys get the idea. Now, from here onwards, I'm going to plug in the information that's given. So I know that my x value is equal to 40, my y1 is -9, and hypotenuse is my unknown. So I'll just label it variable x. Now in grade 8, there was a unit on Pythagorean theorem. So that basically said if you have a right angle triangle, you can use the following formula to get one of the unknowns. So in this case, I'm going to say my horizontal one is A, vertical one is B, and actually instead of the X, I will change this to a C. So it's consistent with the formula. Now what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to plug it into the formula and then solve for the variable C. So A is going to be 40, so this becomes 40 squared. B is going to be -9, so -9 squared. And then C squared stays as it is. Now 40 squared, if I plug this into the calculator, that equals to 1600, and -9 squared equals to 81, and then that just becomes C squared. So 1600 plus 81 gives me 1681 is equal to C squared. Now in order for me to get C by itself, I'm going to have to square root the right hand side, and then I must square root the left hand side. So square root of 1681 is actually equal to 41. So in this case, 41 is equal to my hypotenuse, which is this one here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll down, and I am going to draw the same triangle on the side so it's easier for me to see. Again, I'm not very good at drawing a straight line, so I'm going to try once more. Okay, better than last time. And this is my vertical, and then my hypotenuse is somewhere along here. Now I'm just going to plug in the numbers. So A was given in the question, B was my y coordinate, which was -9, and then C was what I solved for, which gave me 41. Now all I need to do is, using the acronym SOHCAHTOA, I'm just going to have to plug in these values. So again, if my angle, so angle is from the horizontal line, so that means wherever you make the angle from becomes your adjacent side. The side opposite to your angle becomes your opposite, so B is going to be the opposite, and then hypotenuse is the slanted one. or the idea behind that is it's the side opposite to the right angle. So if my right angle is up there, then this becomes my hypotenuse. So sine theta, if I scroll up, the formula was opposite over hypotenuse. So my opposite is -9 and my hypotenuse is 41. Now cosine theta, the formula was adjacent over hypotenuse. So my adjacent is 40 and then my hypotenuse is 41. And finally tan theta is opposite over adjacent, right? So opposite is -9 and adjacent is equal to 40. So these are essentially my trig ratios in this given question. Okay, so this is for cosine and then this one is for tangent. So that concludes our video. I hope this was useful. If you have any feedback, please provide it in the comment section below and make sure to subscribe and like our videos. Thank you very much and have a great day. Thank you.